Howdy, howdy, howdy. Long time no see, my peeps. Just sitting here in the front seat of the van. I'll tell you why in a minute. It's been an interesting week. Some good things have happened, and more bad things have happened, unfortunately. But still vertical somehow. So let me tell you a couple. I did jot down a couple notes, just some topics to talk about so I don't forget. But first of all, I woke up this morning and I've been trying to follow the channel's analytics a little bit. And overnight, we hit 375,000 total views on the channel, which for me and my quality, I think that's pretty good. Lack of quality, I should say. But so I'm real excited about that. Somehow this morning, I got 2 more subscribers. So I'm sitting at 1,106 subscribers. That's pretty cool. Thought it would take forever just to break 1,000, but here we are at 1,100, shooting for 1,250. It's the next goal. I don't know when I can realistically expect to hit that, but let me see. Today is December 5th, I believe. So I'm going to set it for March 15th. If I get lucky, maybe it can happen sooner. It's going to be harder to do some good quality content in the cold weather. So anyway, I'm going to tell you about. Let me cross some things off as I go, because I didn't write it in any particular order. But so Saturday was really cold, and it got down into the like 27 degrees or something like that. So I didn't do much, just tried to stay warm, and I did go down the Guest Lake boat ramp in Holt, Florida, did a video. It was my show and tell. I had a good time. That was fun. That was really fun. Definitely one of my better show and tells. And then Sunday, it was supposed to be pretty much just as cold. And I said, well, come hell or high water, I'm going to go camping. So I jumped in the van, got a few things, and drove out to Perdido Key, Florida. That is basically Pensacola. I went to Big Lagoon State Park. The park had been pretty much booked up since Thanksgiving, but everybody was checking out on Sunday, so they had plenty of availability. So I checked in, got very lucky, and I checked in real early. It was probably 10ish in the morning, or whatever, and there was nobody in that campsite, but the fire ring still had some debris in it, not trash, just charcoal ashes. So I just told the lady I was going to hang out at the boat ramp for a while. So I did that. Just, it's so pretty down there. I back in next to a pavilion where it's shaded, look at the intercoastal waterway, and it's really relaxing. I can't get enough of that, whether it's here in Milton at the river or anywhere waterside. And that intercoastal waterway, you see all kinds of really cool stuff. You see barges, you see yachts galore, fishermen. It was just really good time, just being able to relax. So so then I decided I was going to leave the campground, and right up the road from the campground is a Winn-Dixie grocery store. So I said, well, let me go get some food, get me through the night and through the day. Nothing too fancy, too elaborate, but as I was probably 40 or 50 yards from the exit, all of a sudden this big deer runs across the road in front of me, and then starts running towards me, but on the passenger side, and because there was a vehicle coming, so he got spooked. And then he took a left on one of these hiking trails, and I was able to get out and catch some footage. The first footage didn't turn out too well. I shut it off, started again. So that's one of the short videos I have. I think that's titled "Accidentally Sighting a Deer" or something like that. That was really cool. And I always laugh because the last 2 camping trips I went on, there's hunters galore out there trying to spot deer, and I went camping not even trying to spot deer, and I spotted deer. So I know some of the hunters out there are frustrated hearing some of my camping adventures. But anyway, so let me cross that off. I think I told, oh no, let me get back to the camping episode. There's another helicopter flying above. Every time I do a video, there's always a helicopter involved. But so I had all these videos planned to do while I was there, and plus one of the main reasons I went to that campground was to go on the hiking trail. I never did do that because it just seems like time slips away so quickly. Plus Sunday evening I had a commitment to be on a live event, so I just didn't make the hiking trail. It gave me a reason to go back one day soon. But so when I did my show and tell video on Saturday, I showed some new items I bought. And one of the items was a 4-foot by 2-foot portable camping table with adjustable legs. Got a really good deal on that. It was brand new, still in the box. So excited to do a video with that. One of the things I also did was I had purchased a portable camping stove. It's like a rocket stove, and it folds down to maybe 1 inch in thickness. Really cool thing, puts off great heat. So I was doing that video, and I had a pan underneath it, a square like baking pan from Dollar Tree under there to collect any ashes. Thought that was really smart. And then I'm shooting the video, and then I realized, oh crap, I think I forgot one important step. So I had these boards. I'll show you. I got one right here. I had some of these boards. So I had met and fully intended to put 2 of those boards down as a buffer between the pan and the brand new hard plastic Lifetime table. Totally forgot to do that. So doing the video's going pretty cool. It had some little remnants of plastic film on the rocket stove. I'm trying to burn that off. Got a great flame. Really excited about the possibilities, the future about that. So after, I don't know, whatever it was, 10 or 12 minutes, I decided to wrap up the video, and then it dawned on me, oh no, I hope what I think just happened didn't happen. So I happen to have my hatchet, and sure as heck, I melted the pan to this brand new tabletop. So with the hatchet, I was able to pry it off. So there's a melted ring in the form of that pan that got too hot because I didn't have a trivet or a buffer or anything. Stupidity on my part. But I looked at it and I said, you know what? This can still be a functional table. I'm just going to get a big cutting board, put it over that. Nobody will ever know other than the people that watch this video. So I only paid $35 for that table, so I may be in the market for another one just in case. But makes for a good story. So what else? So yeah, I was doing that, and then the guy, my neighbor, was the campground host, and he had that Sunday was his last day working. So I saw him remove the sign indicating he was the camp host, and he and I got talking briefly, and he was going to be moving on to Milton area, near Milton here, the Blackwater River State Park, and he was trying to be a campground host there. I guess he was on a list or something. So he and I got talking. I really loved lot site 47 where I was, because it was really dense on the right side, and behind me it was really dense with just woods. Like, there was no neighbors other than all the wildlife in the bushes and the trees. And so he had made mention something about the armadillos. So sure as heck, when it got dark, I started hearing all kinds of noise, and it freaks you out when you don't know what's approaching you. You know, everything seems magnified, louder, and uh, so I had my flashlight. It took me a while, but sure as heck, the armadillos were coming out, and I spotlighted them, and eventually I moved to the van. But so it was an interesting trip. When I did, I went live on StreamYard. That was, forget how long that was, about an hour and a half. I did a few different things, showed how I attempted to sharpen my knife and my hatchet, uh, some cooking, demonstrated how to use a timber tote log. It's kind of like a Swedish log. That was really fun. Um, definitely overpaid for that. I knew that when I bought it, but it was something I wanted to show people as a different concept, different way to think, how you can create your own if you have the ability to get those tree rounds. But anyway, so I'm going to cross off a couple things in my notes. And so the next morning I wake up, and like I said, it's really cold. It's 30ish or so. I forget what it was out. It was actually a little bit warmer out there versus Milton, according to what I researched. But so I get up to go to use the restroom, and the shower facilities were there. Well, the one thing I do not like about the Florida state parks that I've been to, every single one does the same thing. They have no heat. It could be 15 degrees out. You're not going to have heat inside the shower room. So you could take a nice hot shower and shut off the water, and guess what? You got icicles on you. So plus they had the doors wide open to the shower facilities and the restrooms. So I don't know if you've ever put your cold behind on a cold toilet seat. It's not very pleasant. So needless to say, I did not shower there. Um, all right, now I'm going to tell you the ugly side. Sunday was a really good day. Monday turned out to be crappy. I leave the entrance to the state park. I'm literally headed straight out. I was maybe a mile away. And this is where life could have taken a very, very, very ugly turn. I've been having brake problems. So I slowed down approaching this traffic light. Wasn't going real fast. Fortunately, there was no vehicle in front of me. I was able to stop. The brakes were grinding a little bit. But I was right on the corner there. To my left was a convenience store that I was going there to get a cup of coffee. So when the light turned green, I just literally maybe was going 3 miles an hour as I'm pulling into the convenience store, and I hear pop, and I lose all my brakes, zero brakes, nothing. So I drift and come to a stop, put it in park, and that's where my nightmare began. No brakes whatsoever, lost all brake fluid. Try to get the cup of coffee that I was there for. They they ran out of everything I needed for my cup of coffee, and it got real ugly after that. So being 35, 40 miles from my home base here in Milton, I call around. First, I call AAA because I have a membership card in my wallet that says it expires November 2025. So that was a gift from my mother a few years back. And that's really all I knew. I didn't know how many years she paid for it. And I just assumed since it said expires 2025, that's when it expired. So I go through the rigmarole of calling AAA once I finally do get a live person, which took forever. Found out my, hold on. Sorry, I don't know if that got muted with the incoming call. But with the AAA, I found out the membership expired in 2023. So I decided I was going to renew the membership for $77. Then they tell me after that in order to get a tow the same day, I have to buy they called it the same day classic service or something like that for $63. So I said, okay, let's do that. And for some reason, the first transaction went through. The second transaction on the same card, which had plenty of money, she couldn't get it to go through, which was really stupid. So I had to call them back. Took forever. Then finally get the transaction to go through and give them the exact pickup location and drop off location. Well, come to find out that membership only covers me for the first 5 miles. It was going to be an additional $210 to bring me to Milton, Florida. So, of course, I said, oh, hell no. Refund my money. So I got them to do that. They said it would take 3 to 5 days to get reapplied to my cards. Fortunately, it went immediately. That was good. That's probably one of the only good things that happened this week. So I called around. Towing companies out that way wanted like $285 plus tax to tow me to Milton. So I called a towing company on a recommendation in Milton, and I got a quote of $175 plus tax. So they said they would be there to me within 45 minutes to an hour. And I sat there for 7 hours from the time I broke down until the time I was picked up. Plus, I had to be at work at 1400 Central Time. So that's how the day went. So that when the tow truck operator arrived to the parking lot, it was a lot of cars at a busy grocery store. So he dropped me in a spot. It wasn't the most convenient spot, but it was a spot. So I've been sitting in this parking lot, disabled, since Monday afternoon, trying to get it fixed. I get paid tomorrow. 2 different people that said they would help me out with the brakes have vanished, and I was going to pay them. Now I have to rejuggle things, and I don't know. I know what I need. I need a rotor. I need brake pads. I need a caliper. I'm really worried that I may need brake lines right now. That's the only part of the equation that I don't have any idea how much that will cost. The other things I do. And then obviously brake fluid. And I've got all these warning gauges on the dash now for the traction control system and all these other things. And so I don't even know if I need a diagnostic machine to clear that once I get this fixed, if I get it fixed. So things took a really, really bad turn. So not last night, but the night before last, this parking lot was loaded with police cars for some reason. And my biggest fear is to get kicked out again, like I've been numerous times. But so I got a couple more nights. I'm hoping I can get this fixed on Saturday. At least I'll be off Saturday and Sunday. And then I'm going to tell you about what happened 2 nights ago. I'm at work and I always have a pen with me in my pocket and a Sharpie pen. And at the end of the night, everybody had gone. I'm just waiting for the other manager so we can leave together. I reach in my pocket to pull out the Carmex, put some lip balm on my lips. And as I do that, I noticed my whole hand was solid blue. It looked like a dye pack went off from a bank robbery. And I had a pen explode in my pocket on my money, my brand new Sharpie, all my coin, everything. So I still have a little bit on there, but it was on there, and our little hand soap wasn't getting it off. So that's kind of the things that have been happening in my life here lately. Um, what else? Congratulations to JJ Drones for the work he did for the veterans. I forget the exact amount of money he raised to help out 2 military veterans organizations. I think the total was 2632 or something like that. So that was really good. There was some challenges this year for us all. But with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Just wanted to say hi to people. Uh, oh yeah, so just a couple of the videos I've done. Thought I'd talk about that real quick. I should have done that in the first talking point. I did one video Saturday morning. It was a short video called Built Ford Tough, and it showed this custom-made F650 pickup truck. Beautiful, beautiful machine. I just did it on a quick whim. It was like 25 seconds long or something. And when I last checked before I went live here, I think it had 2,500 views, which is pretty good, just on a quick whim, nothing planned. Seems like the ones I just do quick and randomly do better than anything I try and choreograph. But I've had some good videos here lately, nothing stellar. A while back, many, many months ago, it seemed like every time I did a short video, I was getting at least this was probably over 6 months ago, I was getting 1,000 views minimum. And then I hit a tough stretch. I think it's part of that YouTube algorithm. But so I'm just killing some time. Got about another hour to kill. Then I'm going to shower and trying to approach another day shorthanded. So that's it, folks. Touch by, leave a comment, say hello, tell us what's been happening in your life. And the one thing I did not mention tonight, I have no idea how much gas I have. I know I'm getting low on fuel, and my gas gauge is also broken. It's going to get down to 24 degrees tonight with the wind chill. Not digging that. So I'm trying to find a way to get 10 gallons worth of gas delivered to me. I think inside at work we have a 5-gallon can or a 2.5-gallon can. I'm not sure, but I know when I've run the van in the past last winter, it would usually cost me $15 to $20 to run it all night long. So by 6 in the morning, it's supposed to be 24 degrees. So I'm not digging that. Anyway, talk to you guys soon. Hopefully I'm rolling again and can be an active member of the YouTube world and act like a normal human being. I miss going to the river. I would do that daily. And just seeing cars in a grocery store parking lot really sucks because it is no match to beautiful wildlife. Y'all get out there in nature. Let nature soothe your soul. Talk to you later. Peace out, my friends. Peace.